The Long March in Georgia was a powerful and transformative event in the civil rights movement. Thousands of people walked side by side, united in their quest for justice and equality. The air was filled with a strong sense of hope and determination as they made their way along the winding roads, chanting songs and raising their voices against injustice. Each step carried the weight of history, as participants remembered those who had fought before them and those who had suffered for their cause. As the march progressed, the sun beat down on the crowd, warming their spirits despite the difficult journey ahead. Many looked to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose voice inspired them all. He spoke of dreams, freedom, and unity, reminding everyone that they were part of something larger than themselves. This march was not just about reaching a destination. It was about standing up for what was right and making sure that every person's voice was heard. Amidst this sea of determination, small moments often stood out among the larger movements. On that day, an unexpected encounter would touch many hearts. As MLK walked past houses lined with supportive families watching from their porches, he noticed Mrs. Clara Jenkins. At 81 years old, she sat alone on her porch, her gentle humming carrying through the warm air like a soft breeze. For MLK and the marchers, Mrs. Jenkins represented countless individuals who had waited for change for so long. Her peaceful presence amidst the noise reminded everyone that the fight for civil rights was deeply personal and rooted in community ties. It was these small moments, like Mrs. Jenkins' song, that fueled their resolve to keep moving forward in their quest for equality. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a beacon of hope and a dedicated leader during the civil rights movement. Born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, King grew up in a time when racial segregation and discrimination were deeply entrenched in American society. His upbringing in a loving and supportive family shaped his beliefs in equality and justice, which would later drive his life's work. King became a prominent figure in the movement after leading the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955, which challenged segregation on public buses. He advocated for nonviolent resistance, inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. This commitment to peaceful protest distinguished him from many others fighting for civil rights. He believed that love and understanding could overcome hate and division, urging people to unite rather than fight against one another. As he traveled across the country, King delivered powerful speeches that ignited passion and hope in the hearts of many. His most famous speech, "I Have a Dream," delivered during the March on Washington in 1963, called for an end to racism and for all Americans to share in the promise of freedom. His words resonated deeply with people of all races, inspiring them to join the struggle for equality. During the Long March in Georgia, King's leadership was vital. He walked alongside those who shared his vision of justice, encouraging them to remain steadfast despite challenges. His ability to connect with individuals on a personal level made him not just a leader but also a symbol of the fight for civil rights. In moments like the one with Mrs. Clara Jenkins, King showed that he understood the importance of community and individual stories within the larger movement. Each song sung together echoed the spirit of unity and hope that defined his journey for justice. As the marchers moved forward, one figure stood out among the crowd, Mrs. Clara Jenkins. At 81 years old, she embodied the spirit of resilience that defined her community during a challenging era. Living in Georgia her entire life, Mrs. Jenkins had witnessed the struggles and triumphs of her people firsthand. Her front porch was more than just a place to relax. It was a symbol of strength and perseverance in the face of adversity. Throughout her life, Clara faced many hardships, from segregation to economic struggles, yet she remained unwavering in her hope for a better future. She often shared stories with younger generations about the importance of standing up for justice, instilling values of courage and unity among her neighbors. Her gentle wisdom and unwavering faith made her a beloved matriarch in the community. On that day during the Long March, as she sat humming a hymn on her porch, Mrs. Jenkins offered more than music. She provided a sense of comfort and connection to those passing by. Her song floated through the air like a warm embrace, reminding everyone of the power of unity through shared experiences. It was as if she was encouraging the marchers to keep going despite the challenges ahead. When MLK noticed her, it wasn't just an encounter with an elderly woman, it was a meeting of spirits, a moment that captured the essence of the movement. Clara represented those who had fought tirelessly but might not have been in the spotlight. By joining her in song, King acknowledged the importance of every voice in the struggle for equality. It was moments like this that illustrated how community members like Mrs. Clara Jenkins were vital to the civil rights movement, embodying resilience, hope, and a collective yearning for justice that fueled the marchers' resolve. As the long march progressed, the energy was palpable. Marchers shouted slogans and chanted songs, their voices mingling in a powerful chorus demanding justice. The atmosphere was filled with determination, yet amidst this intensity, there was a quiet space that drew the attention of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When he spotted Mrs. Clara Jenkins on her porch. It felt like time slowed for just a moment. The contrast between the rousing march and her calm demeanor was striking. While the crowd surged forward with unwavering fervor, she remained seated, humming a soft hymn that floated across the streets like a gentle breeze. Her serene presence seemed to create a bubble of peace, offering a breath of fresh air within the whirlwind of activism surrounding her. Mrs. Jenkins' eyes sparkled as she hummed, lost in her own thoughts but connected to something larger than herself. To those passing by, her song was not merely background noise, it carried warmth and an invitation to pause and reflect amidst the chaos. In that instant, MLK felt an urge to step away from the fervent march and join her in that shared moment of tranquility. As he approached her porch and began singing alongside her, it was as if they were weaving together two different worlds, the passionate fight for rights and the quiet strength of an individual who had seen so much in her lifetime. Their voices blended harmoniously, creating a beautiful juxtaposition to the roar of the march behind them. This simple act symbolized hope and unity amid struggle, underscoring how even small moments could uplift spirits and reinforce the resolve to continue fighting for equality. In that brief exchange with Mrs. Jenkins, MLK recognized the power of stillness and connection, reminding everyone that even amid urgency, there is value in pausing to honor those who inspire us through their steadfast resilience. As the marchers pressed onward, their voices filled with urgency and passion, Mrs. Clara Jenkins' humming stood out like a soothing balm. The hymn she sang was not just a melody, it was a testament to the strength and perseverance of her spirit in the face of hardship. Each note floated through the air, creating a peaceful moment that contrasted sharply with the fervent cries for justice echoing around her. In the midst of the drums of activism and the rallying calls for change, Mrs. Jenkins' song became a gentle reminder of the roots of their struggle. It was as if her hymn was weaving an invisible thread connecting all who heard it, marchers, neighbors, and even those who had long since passed. Her voice resonated with hope and encouragement, allowing everyone to reflect on the deeper meaning behind their actions. For Dr. King, stopping to join her was not merely a moment of respite, it was an opportunity to reconnect with the heartbeat of the movement. By participating in this simple act of singing, he acknowledged that their fight for equality was more than just protests and speeches. It was also about community, love, and shared humanity. The hymn encapsulated a sense of unity that transcended the chaos surrounding them. As the two voices merged together, a young leader and an elder matriarch, they created a harmony that symbolized resilience in the face of adversity. This moment served as a powerful reminder that even amidst great turmoil, there could be moments of stillness and reflection that uplifted spirits and nourished the soul. Mrs. Jenkins' hymn became an emblem of peace within the storm, showing the marchers that they were not alone in their quest. They carried with them the dreams, hopes, and songs of those who had come before them. As the march continued, the rhythm of footsteps echoed loudly, filled with chants and calls for justice. Yet, amidst this fervor, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spotted Mrs. Clara Jenkins on her porch. In that instant, he made a decision that spoke volumes about his character. He stepped off the road and approached her. This choice to pause from the intensity of the march illustrated not only his humility, but also his remarkable ability to connect with people on a personal level. By choosing to join Mrs. Jenkins in song, King demonstrated that he recognized the importance of individuals within the larger movement. He understood that every person, regardless of their age or status, had a story worth hearing. It was as if he was saying that the fight for civil rights was not just about grand speeches or large gatherings. It was also about acknowledging the quieter voices that often go unheard. As he moved closer to her, a sense of calm enveloped them both. The world around them faded away momentarily, leaving only the sound of her hymn and their joined voices. This simple act of stepping off the road was a powerful reminder that leadership isn't always about being at the forefront. Sometimes, it is about leaning into genuine connections with others. In that moment, King became more than just a leader. He became a fellow human being who valued the wisdom of an elder woman who had devoted her life to community and hope. Their shared song resonated deeply, reflecting the essence of solidarity that bonded all those fighting for equality. This scene captured the heart of the civil rights movement. It was a tapestry woven with threads of respect, love, and understanding. MLK's humility in connecting with Mrs. Jenkins served as an encouragement for everyone present, reminding them that each voice mattered and that true strength lies in unity and compassion. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mrs. Clara Jenkins began to sing together, a profound sense of connection enveloped them. Their voices intertwined, creating a harmonious duet that transcended the chaos of the march. The gentle melody floated through the air, drawing the attention of those who walked past, momentarily halting the fervor of the protest. It was as if their song created an invisible bridge among the marchers, inviting everyone to join in this shared experience of unity. For the marchers witnessing this special moment, it served as a reminder of why they were all there, to fight for justice and dignity while supporting one another. The emotional impact of their duet resonated deeply within the crowd, evoking smiles, tears, and nods of understanding. Old and young alike felt the warmth of hope radiate from the porch, transforming what could have been just another day in a long struggle into something truly memorable. The hymn encapsulated the spirit of the civil rights movement, echoing themes of resilience and love that connected each person present. Those moments on the street became a microcosm of the larger fight for equality. They showcased how individuals could uplift one another, even during difficult times. As King and Jenkins harmonized, they reminded everyone that they were part of a larger family united by dreams of freedom, respect, and dignity for all people. Their duet became iconic not just for its beauty but also for its representation of community, an act that highlighted the importance of every individual's voice within the march. In that shared song, both immediate relief from hardship and the lasting fight for justice converged, demonstrating that even amid struggle, there could exist profound moments of peace and togetherness. As their voices mingled in the air, they offered a glimpse into what a united future could look like, igniting passion and purpose among all those who listened. The encounter between Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mrs. Clara Jenkins during the Long March in Georgia became a powerful symbol of unity and hope within the civil rights movement. In that fleeting moment, as they sang together, they demonstrated how small acts of connection could create ripples of strength among a community striving for justice. This simple duet was not just an expression of music, it embodied the essence of what the marchers were fighting for, a shared vision of dignity and equality for all. Mrs. Jenkins, at 81 years old, represented the wisdom and resilience of generations that had come before her. Her presence on the porch, humming a hymn, highlighted the importance of community support, reminding everyone that the fight for civil rights was not solely about large gatherings or famous speeches. It was also about honoring those who had quietly supported the movement from their homes. Her song resonated deeply with those marching by, inviting them to pause and reflect on their purpose. King's decision to step off the road and join her illustrated how vital personal connections were in this struggle. It reinforced the idea that each individual's story mattered and contributed to the larger narrative of change. In moments like these, marchers found encouragement through reminders of their collective strength. This encounter encapsulated a fundamental truth: progress is often built on seemingly small yet significant moments of unity. The emotional impact of their song lingered beyond that day, reminding everyone involved that when people come together, regardless of age or background, they can create a powerful force for change. As they continued their journey, the memory of that duet served as a beacon of hope, inspiring others to recognize their role within the community and encouraging them to support one another in the ongoing fight for justice. Through love, respect, and shared humanity, they were reminded that true progress is rooted in solidarity and compassion for one another. The moment when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. joined Mrs. Clara Jenkins in song became one of the most unforgettable scenes of the Long March in Georgia, leaving a lasting legacy on those who witnessed it. This small yet powerful interaction resonated far beyond the immediate surroundings, creating a ripple effect throughout the civil rights movement. Those who saw the duet felt an emotional surge that transcended mere words. It was a tangible embodiment of unity that reminded each participant of their shared purpose and collective struggle. The impact of this encounter was profound. Marchers paused in their tracks to absorb the scene, witnessing an act that transcended age, background, and individual aspirations. In that moment, they realized that every person, from a simple citizen to a prominent leader, played an essential role in the fight for justice. This duet served as a visual representation of solidarity, a reminder that their journey was intertwined with the hopes and dreams of others, past and present. As stories of this iconic moment spread, it inspired many to reflect on their own roles within the movement. People began to recognize that even seemingly isolated acts of kindness could inspire hope and motivation for change. The image of King and Jenkins singing together became emblematic of a broader call for community involvement and support, a beacon encouraging others to uplift one another amidst adversity. Years later, this moment remains etched in the hearts of those who experienced it firsthand or learned about it through narratives passed down through generations. It symbolizes how powerful connections can be forged in moments of vulnerability and genuine human interaction. The legacy of their shared song continues to inspire future generations to stand together in solidarity against injustice, reminding everyone that true strength lies in community and shared humanity. The Long March in Georgia, marked by the poignant moment between Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mrs. Clara Jenkins, serves as a powerful reminder of the significance of small moments within larger movements. In a time when thousands were marching for justice and equality, it was a simple act of sharing a song that encapsulated the essence of their struggle, a testament to the strength found in connection and community. This encounter illustrates that every voice matters, regardless of age or status, and that even the smallest gestures can contribute to monumental change. As King paused to join Mrs. Jenkins, he acknowledged that the fight for civil rights was not solely defined by grand speeches or large gatherings. Instead, it was enriched by individual stories and the quiet resilience of everyday people. Each hum of her hymn resonated with hope, weaving a narrative that echoed through the hearts of those present. The impact of this connection was profound, leaving an impression on everyone who witnessed it, encouraging them to recognize their own role in the movement. Moments like this remind us that history is shaped not only by significant events but also by personal interactions that foster understanding and compassion. The legacy of King and Jenkins' duet continues to inspire future generations to seek out those connections, reinforcing the idea that collective efforts begin with individual contributions. As we reflect on this meaningful encounter, it becomes clear that true progress is achieved when we honor each voice within our community. It encourages us to uplift one another and to understand that lasting change often arises from moments of shared humanity. In the ongoing quest for justice, let us remember that every action counts, and every voice has the power to inspire hope and drive meaningful change within our society.